Hello, divine beings in training. How are you? So, I've been talking a lot about the divine masculine and feminine energies, but I kind of want to give you a basic explanation about what is the dark and light, feminine and masculine. A lot of people might ask, what does that have to do with sex magic? Well, everything. You can't really do sex magic if you don't know what magic is. And if you don't know what divine masculine and divine feminine are, if you don't understand the real essence of the polarities of the divine masculine and feminine. Because the divine masculine and divine feminine are the ones creating sex, having sex together. So it's a basic knowledge that you need to have if you want to know how to do divine sex and how to use sex magic. So, a very basic explanation, and really, you have to remember that I am just reminding you this. You know all of this. Your soul knows all of this. Once you do shadow work, once you really look deep into your darkness and find your light, you will know this information. Your gut and your womb and your heart will know all this truth. So I'm just kind of reminding you of all that. You already know all of it. You're divine. We're just all remembering it now anyway. So we know that there are masculine and feminine. And within these two polarities, there are two other polarities. So there are dark and light within both of them. So far, our world has been dominated and created. Well, the world has been created by the mother, but this society, this idea that we live by, the matrix, if you want to call it, it's been created by the dark masculine. The divine masculine has been in the dark and has been imprisoned just as much as the divine feminine. We have to remember that when we're awakening right now. And we have to find compassion. I'm talking to myself as well because it took me, because when I started to awaken, I started to remember all the trauma, all the pain that the dark masculine has done to my sisters, to children, all through time. So I felt anger. And now, when I'm really learning by the mother the truth, I find so much compassion and love to the masculine, also to the dark masculine. And divine feminine, this is what we have to do. This is a very crucial part of our awakening, to find the compassion and love to the masculine, because we help them awake. We can't heal them, we can't do the work for them, but we remind them, and we awaken their heart. Their heart is their true power. And men, you must find the compassion to the feminine. You must understand her pain. You must understand, and even if you don't understand, try to learn how the feminine works and the essence of what a feminine energy is, so you can work with her instead of against her, instead of seeing her as your enemy, instead of fearing her and not understanding why she's crazy all the time. Once we really understand each other and how we work, we can truly find compassion and understanding and work together and awaken together. And that's what the mother wants, really. The mother wants us to unite. Truly, truly unite. First, unite the divine feminine and divine masculine within ourselves, each and every one of us. And that means learning about the divine feminine and masculine, first of all, what they are. Learning about the dark feminine and masculine as well, so we can find those pieces of us that are still living by the dark side, and not judge ourselves. But this is the shadow work, really. Not judge them, understand them, see them, acknowledge them, find a compassion and love for them, and then we can let them go and choose the light. Because if you're aware of your darkness and you still choose it, that's your choice. And there's not really much of excuse. So if you want to awaken, you got to do the work. So that's what I mean when I say dark masculine, dark feminine. And you can look at my other videos, and I also write it in my book, Red Revolution, on Amazon Kindle, and on my website as well, motherisrising.com. But anyway, it's a really amazing journey to look and to find, really go and seek those parts of yourself Like really explore yourself, explore all the parts of yourself, because you're not just this one being. You are multi-leveled and layered and so complicated. So find the darkness. Don't be scared of your darkness. You have to face it. That's where you find the light. And it's hard and it's scary, I know, guys, but this is the work we have to do now in order to awaken. And so yeah, so uniting the divinity within us takes work, and we have to go through that path of finding and uniting with the darkness within us as well. So right now, again, the awakening is moving, it's shifting. The world is shifting, and that's why we're seeing and we're feeling this commotion, and we're seeing so much rise of the darkness everywhere, because the mother is rising. She is rising right now. The light is rising within us all. And it's always a polarity. So if the light's rising, the darkness has to rise with it as well. And that's not only in the world. The world is a mirror of us. So whatever we're seeing in the world, we got to go back in. We got to check in, check ourselves, clear that out, and it's going to manifest in the world as well. It's going to manifest in your relationships, in everything you do. So what else? So basically, the world is shifting from the control of the dark masculine to the light and to the light feminine, to the divine feminine energy. Now, eventually, we are going to come to the point of true union of divine feminine and divine masculine. We're not there yet. There's going to be a lot more darkness coming. That's why we have to be prepared inside ourselves. We have to do the work, and we have to know that we're on this path. We have to understand the path. It's going from one polarity to another, and that's why we feel so much chaos. There's so much chaos because that polarity and the other, this transformation is insane energetically. If you could have seen energetically what's happening right now, I'm hoping that I would find the words to describe what I'm seeing energetically. But I know that a lot of you just feel it. We don't even have to talk about it. So after we go from one polarity to the other, which is a very difficult thing that we're feeling right now, we're feeling that heaviness, then slowly we would come to the balance, to the middle, divine feminine, divine masculine uniting. But it's only after we have conquered our darkness. And we have to do it with compassion to ourselves and others. We have to remind each other all the time the beauty that we see in each other. And, remind, me and my relationships with my friends, I always like to be a mirror. I'm showing them of their darkness and they're showing me my darkness. And every time I look at it in the face, it's difficult, it's ugly, but I go there. You have to go there. And the more you do it, the easier it is to release that darkness because you find love for it. And when you find that light and when you feel that union of divine masculine and divine feminine within yourself, that's true bliss. It's true awakening. You are invincible in that moment. So it really is worth it. It's really worth it. Don't settle for anything less than that, ever. Especially in this time where the mother needs you to be strong. She needs you to be awakened. She needs you to open your eyes and be real and be authentic about everything that you do. I love you so much. I'm a servant of the mother, and I pray for the awakening of all men and women on planet Earth. Thank you.